What's up, guys? Miticus here, the coach of the Boston Beedrills, bringing you my Week 1 recap for the third season of the APA. Right now, we are sitting 2-0 on the season with a +8 differential. That is good enough to be the best team in the league thus far in Week 1. There are still a few matches that need to be played out this week, but I do believe that it is next to impossible for us to lose this lead. There may be a chance that we can actually tie with one other coach. I believe of the Calgary Talon Flames, Coach Stacks. I believe if he 6-0s his opponent, we're actually tied. But he's actually in a different division, so he would be leading his division. I would be leading mine, and we would be tied as far as the entirety of the league. So looking at the individual Pokemon that I drafted for Season 3, it's split up in battles that they participated in, kills that they have, how many times they've died, and the statuses that they have inflicted. Starting with Heatran, Heatran's been in 2 battles. He doesn't have any kills, he hasn't died yet, and no statuses. But he has really came through with laying the rocks down and really helping me get rid of those fire, flying, and bug types. He's been great at doing that. Especially if you've seen the matches, you can kind of see exactly how much he's helped us get momentum in a game, and I can just click a button and know that I'm going to take out that Pokemon. Maybe it might be a revenge kill, or it might be Diggersby coming in scarfed and knowing he can take them out. But it's put me in a great position to be able to go in and one-hit KO certain Pokemon. Togekiss, who was my #1 overall pick for me individually, not the overall in the draft, but my #1 pick, first round. He has 4 kills right now. He actually got all 4 of those kills in the first match when he set up with a nasty plot, and I ran him with a scope lens and super look ability. He was able to get 4 kills. Last match, he wasn't able to do too much. I put him in a bad position. There was a play I could have made that would have allowed me to probably sweep and get him a few more kills, but I didn't quite play it right. Hasn't died yet, so that's great, and we haven't ran a Paraflinch set yet, so he doesn't have any statuses inflicted either. Sableye is coming in to be one of my favorite Pokemon this season. He's been in both battles so far. He's picked up 2 kills in each one, and he has been passing the burn around to everybody. And he has been so crucial in both of these victories that we have. He is definitely right now my favorite on the team. Maybe except for Togekiss, because I just have a special place for Togekiss. But Sableye, he's definitely somebody that I'm planning on bringing in every week and using him in some shape or form. I haven't had the chance to use Dargology yet. Just haven't had that opportunity to where he really fit with my team and what I wanted to do with him that week or in that certain game. Same thing with Wobbuffet. I actually was going to use Wobbuffet in our last game against the Tennessee Typhlosions, but backed out at the last minute just because I felt like I wasn't quite comfortable enough with how to use him to actually be able to use him correctly. And I didn't want to put myself in a bad position and kind of look stupid because I didn't really know how to use them. Gourgeist, I love Gourgeist. Unfortunately, Gourgeist hasn't done too much yet. I do feel like there's going to be some games in the future where I'm going to really be able to put in some work with Gourgeist and stall out a couple Mons and get a couple kills. And of course, he's awesome at Will-O-Wisp and Toxic as well. So hopefully he'll get a few statuses. Mega Scizor, I haven't really used Mega Scizor correctly. It's not particularly his fault. It's more my fault. I mean, the first time I used him, I sent him out on a flamethrower. Actually, that was my only match with him. I didn't bring him into the last match. So the first match I played with him, I sent him on a flamethrower from Nidoking, and he got demolished. Didn't even get a chance to Mega Evolve, I don't think. Or he may have, but I may have switched him out and then switched him back into that flamethrower. I don't exactly remember. But then we have Rotom. And Rotom, he's been in both battles. He's only got one. No, I'm sorry. He's died in one of them. And doesn't have any kills yet. That's okay, though. He or myself, I just haven't really used him appropriately. Yeah, it's kind of going back to Mega Scizor. It's not their fault. They're great Mons. And there's absolutely no reason they shouldn't have better stats than they do right now. I blame that completely on myself. But, we're 2 games in. We got 10 games left. I definitely expect both Mega Scizor and Rotom to be at the top of the leaderboard, not only for my team, but for the league once we get more into the meat of the season. Then we have Diggersby. Diggersby is somebody who I drafted last season. Didn't know much about him, and I fell in love with him. Scarfing Diggersby with Return, Knockoff, Earthquake, and then maybe U-Turn, something like that. He's so good. With huge power, fully invested in attack and adamant nature, whatever he hits, especially with a return, is just going to do so much damage. If you watch the match that I played last against the Tennessee Typhlosions, all I had to do was just keep clicking return, and I knew I was going to do a ton of damage. Now, luckily, the coach didn't bring Metagross, because that would have actually put me in a bad position, because I would have been locked into return. Now, obviously, I could have later on came back in with Earthquake and done a tremendous amount of damage. But I was really worried about that in the previous match, him having that Metagross and kind of stopping my return. It would have definitely hindered Diggersby's performance, and he probably would only have 1 or 2 kills instead of 3. Unfortunately, Diggersby did die in that match. I probably could have saved him if I would have maneuvered just a little bit better, but he ended up going down. But I'm extremely happy with his performance. He did really, really well. Lucario has not entered a match yet, and I hate that, because Lucario is such a great Pokemon to run. I mean, you can run him physically, you can run him specially, but I just haven't had a chance to kind of dig into exactly what his niche is and what he does best, and I want to be sure when I bring him in that he doesn't get obliterated. And I can definitely see that happening, especially because I'm really, really uncomfortable with using him. Then we have Swellow. Swellow was my tier 5 pick that I picked up, and I knew that he was going to be good. And he did well for me. I think he knocked out the Feraligatr from the Tennessee Typhlosions in 1 hit, I believe. I think that's how it went down. Unfortunately, he has that Toxic Orb for Facade, so that ended up wearing him down to where he was killed. But, he got 1 kill. He died once. He'd been in 1 battle, so not terrible for just being in 1 match. He got himself a kill. That's better than a lot of the Mons on the other teams can say. And even better than some of the Mons on my team that are supposed to be much better than him, going back to Rotom and Mega Scizor. So, guys, that's where we stand right now on the season. We ourselves are done with week 1. Like I said, some of the other coaches still have to finish up some matches, but we are done for week 1. We can actually start looking to week 2 now. Next week we have, let me think here, we have the Banded Caterpie of the Carolina Clefable, not the Carolina Clefables, of the Carolina Caterpies, and then we have King Articus, who is the coach of the Irish Absols. So definitely got some tough matchups next week. One thing I want to do is give one shout out to somebody who helps me prep for every game, and he actually gave me the idea for the set that I ran on Sableye in the previous game, because I had foul play on him originally, and he actually told me to run Taunt to ensure that nobody set up on me, or so the Chansey could not continue to soft boil and the Mew to continue to heal up. So I want to give a big shout out to Panther. He is actually the coach of the Carolina Clefables in this league. So thanks a lot for that. I think it definitely helped me out. So definitely appreciate it. But guys, this is our team, and I'm really, really happy with them. I'm really, really proud of the way we performed in the first week in the first 2 matches, and I'm looking forward to the rest of the season. So y'all have a great night, and I will see you next week in our matches. See you guys.